and it's Clipse dropping their first album in damn near a decade, right?
A little over
Yeah.
a decade.
A little over a
Yep.
decade. It was very highly anticipated, guys, and finally the day came and went. We had a leak the night before the album came out, but I waited until Thursday night, Friday morning, and I'll just leave it at for this right now and let you guys weigh in. I fully was impressed with what I received, and even though the hype was so real, people were talking about this as being album of the year. I think it lived up to the hype. I think it is a very, very good album, man. Like it's I really want to hear what you guys have to say about it, because I'm gonna gush over it and like make it sound like it's the best album that Pusha T's been a part of. But I don't know. I want to hear y'all's opinions and what you guys thought of the album as a whole.
CB, you want to go first?
Let's do it. Yeah, man. I think Pusha T and the Clipse are on an amazing run. I feel like, especially since that Daytona project, Pusha T's just been killing it, man. Like, I think he's made music for a younger generation that may not have been there for the Clipse run, and bringing it back around has been amazing to see. I know Gage and I were talking about it off camera, but production wise, this is excellent, right? This is luxury hip hop. This is the top S tier hip hop production with Pharrell. And I know this project is without Chad Hugo, so it's not quite the Neptunes. And I know No Malice had a bar about that. But, especially for the younger generation, I think people might see Pusha T or No Malice in the Clipse and think, oh, this is old head rap. I don't want to listen to this. But the production and everything is so accessible. You can play this, like, So Be It as a record you can play anywhere. And that's why I would really recommend those who, if you're only listening to Opium and the Playboy Cardis and people like that, you want something that's with bars and more substance, but with production you can actually listen to. This is definitely a group and album that I would recommend.
No, I very much like the fact that you touched on the production specifically. I love what Pharrell did with this project. I know I'm often, like, in my head and on Twitter, I'm often critiquing Pharrell a lot, especially the last 2 years. I just haven't been the biggest fan of his production work, especially outside of the Neptunes. I keep thinking every time I hear a Pharrell track, I'm like, damn, he should really call Chad. Like, you can definitely tell the difference. But he definitely took to another step up on this project. It feels like anytime Pharrell is around Pusha and Clipse, that he just raises the bar. He feels like he saves his best beats for them. And you could really tell on this album. Like FICO, oh my, the beats on this project are really, really, really good. It's a match made in heaven between these two different artists, or three different artists. And so I'm really glad that you touched on that aspect too.
Yeah, for sure. That was one of my favorite parts of the album. There's just so many good beats, and from the So Be It, POV, I love the Inglorious Bastards beat too. Like, the production on that one was just amazing. And let's touch on the features. Let's get them out of the way, because we knew that we were getting a Kendrick feature. A lot of the controversy and talk about this album was because of the Kendrick feature. And personally, I thought it was great. I think Tyler killed it with POV. I think he might have had the best feature, in my opinion. But you've also got great verses here from Nas. You've got another verse from Leva. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah.
Anyone know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got another verse from The Dream on All Things Considered.
I love Stove God's. Like I said, I know it's about FICO, but I love Stove God doing the hook on that. I thought that was really interesting to use him in that way.
And yeah, I was gonna say, CB, I know this is a big thing for us too. Was they just updated the So Be It beat on Apple Music, so it's the original one.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy they did that. I'm so happy they did that. It's a little bit of demo-itis, but yeah, no. Not that the new one was bad or anything, but it's just a little bit of demo-itis. Like, once you hear that first version, you're like, I don't want it ever to change.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean the new or the part two is how they originally released it, right? I mean, not bad. I think if anything, if they were gonna roll that out, it should have been with like a remix, like another feature on there. But I mean, especially that run where you're going from was it Chains and Whips to POV to So Be It. I mean, that's one of the best
And then
runs
you
I've
have
heard
H,
in
and
a
then you have
minute.
what's it called? Yeah, you
Ace
have chains and
trumpets
whips,
coming
you have H trumpets all the way in
running
there. Yep,
the
yep,
anchor, yeah.
yeah.
But back to the best verses. I know personally, I probably put Tyler number one. He came ready to, he wasn't playing. But personally, as a huge Nas fan, I mean, having him on there on Let God Sort Him Out. I know this was like it was almost like a track within itself. Like it was called Chandeliers, completely different beat.
Mm.
If anything, I would have liked to hear him rap with Clipse and not just have his own section on there. But I still really enjoyed it. Definitely recommend if viewers, if you've not heard all the projects he did with Hit Boy, some of the best hip hop of the last decade. So
Yeah. No, I hearing especially So Be It and Chains and Whips, it makes me think like, damn, like why didn't we get a whole verse on here? Because I was so hyped for the fact that maybe we would have got a secret whole verse. And listening to the Clipse interviews on Joe Budden and then on Ebro after the fact, they talk about how the fact that they did send Hove a couple of tracks and So Be It was one of them, and they just never got the verse back for it. And the fact that they even sent Kendrick the verse, or they sent Kendrick So Be It, and they sent him Chains and Whips while everything was happening with Drake that summer. And the fact that he was able to respond so quick with at least a verse was like, damn, like he's a psycho, is what Pusha said. So I thought that was hilarious. Like in the heat of battle, he was still like, okay, let me still get this verse off. Let me still keep my pen sharp. So
Hey,
I thought that was
that's two
pretty
serial killers working together, man.
That's what I'm saying. This is an album full of psychos too, because we got to give some credit to Malice. I was not familiar with your game, my friend. He is fucking a huge part of this album and why it is so good. It's just so intriguing. The wordplay and the bars that you get from Pusha T and Malice is just it's a perfect combination, man. And throw that in with the Pharrell production. I really don't think there's an album like a miss on this album.
No.
And that already, in my opinion, puts that in consideration for best album of the year. I don't know if that's too early to say, guys, but just with everything that it's already accomplished, all of the controversy that's surrounding it right now, with Justin Bieber dropping the same night, and then Travis Scott dropping Jack Boys 2 days after. I'm still assuming that Clipse are going to have good numbers. More importantly, they're leaving an impact on this year. They're leaving an impact on hip hop